If you haven't, then Moo Moo, my trusty steed here, is just about to ride back in time to meet them. Will you come with us? Ottoman became the first Sultan of the Ottoman Empire in 1520, an empire that would expand to include Turkey, Greece, Hungary, Austria, Romania and Egypt. Islam was the religion of the Ottoman Empire, and they wanted to spread it as far and wide as possible. A key victory was the Ottomans taking Constantinople from the Byzantine Empire. Constantinople is now called Istanbul. They often made vassal states. These were countries where the ruler was still there, but didn't really have any power, and they had to do everything the Ottoman Sultan said. Janissaries were Christian boys who were kidnapped to be trained to be an elite fighting force for the Ottoman Empire. This also meant that the families of the boys felt more a part of the Ottoman Empire. Janissaries had high status and often rose through the ranks of the army. In the Golden Age, Suleiman the Magnificent was the Sultan. He ruled for a very long time, and he conquered strategic places like the island of Rhodes and Vienna. The Ottoman Empire was very rich because it controlled a big part of the Silk Road, the trade route running between east and west. Early in the empire, sultans had the tradition of killing their siblings. This changed instead. Siblings and their potential heirs were put in boxes or cages known as caves. As soon as the sultan had a son, they just got killed anyway. Although there was cases where the sultan didn't have a son, and they were let out of the cage to become a sultan and in charge of the empire. The sultan was famous for wearing an amazingly big hat or turban. If someone dared to wear a bigger hat than the sultan, then you got killed. If you saw someone, you were able to tell their status, religion and job all by looking at the type of hat that was on their head. The Ottoman Empire officially ended in 1922. The empire declined because different trade routes were developed and the empire didn't get as much money as the riches from the Silk Road. There was also an advancement in enemy artillery, which the Ottomans struggled to match. World War I also sounded the end for the Ottoman Empire. They were on the losing side of the World War I, and soon after that, the empire was totally dissolved. Thank you for watching Tubby and Moo Moo's video. Oh, and by the way, you should try an Ottoman feast. It's delicious. Don't go without us.